gets thrust in there and really doesn't have a lot of experience. You start doing the research, it's like, okay. But he's so improved even when he started playing, whatever it's been, 6-7 weeks ago, compared to where he was in August, he had improved. And we've seen improvement. And he made some big plays today. He had some that weren't so good maybe, but he made some big plays today, including the run. So you got to give him a lot of credit. And I think I mentioned to you, like, last whatever week it was, came in the locker room, the players just, you can tell from the players, you can tell how they feel about somebody, and there's a reason why they feel that way. So, yeah, they're so supportive of him, and everybody's happy, and it's probably a little bit representative of our football team. Like, how'd that happen? One of those deals, and all of a sudden he's the guy that's quarterbacked this basically the last whatever it's been now 5 weeks. It's been 5 or 6 post Penn State, whatever it's been. So you got to give him a lot of credit. He's hung in there. And I'm sure he's had his down moments too, but he's hung in there and just kind of kept pushing.
Yep. Scott Docterman from The Athletic. I wanted to ask you about the counter play as a touchdown there.
Yep.
I was looking at kind of the roster of who's out there. You've got a backup center, you've got a backup guard, you've got your third team tight end, but he's driving somebody into the second into the third level, and your running back is a guy who was on the bench and then comes in at a big moment. Is that, in some ways, am I being crazy saying that that play almost symbolizes your season, where you've got all these parts, and then you're counter? Before this year, you didn't run a lot of counter.
Yeah, it's helped us out, and we have a good comfort level with it to that point. Yeah, it does, totally, it does. And I got to interject. My favorite fan moment today. Not every now and then I'll hear the fans. I think we were like 4th and 1, like on our far 9-yard line, and everybody's booing because we were punting. Like, seriously? But anyway, so, but I think we were getting booed for running the ball prior to that last play too. And you just stick with it. You stick with what you think you're going to do. And then the fact that you mentioned all the moving parts. Last week, our big play guys, Zach Ortworth, who was, thinking about the high school prom 6 months ago. So you just never know what's going to happen. But those guys have just jumped in and done a good job. Addison's unbelievable. He's a really good young guy and a good player. And for that run, I mean, it was perfect. So yeah, it's all. That's how this team's worked.
We'll do 3 more: Owen, Chad, and then Tom.
Owen Seagram from KGAN. TV cameras got you and Brian in an embrace there after the game. Can you just talk to us about either what you guys said to each other in that moment, or what this game was like, knowing it was your last time together here at Kinnick?
Yeah. So we had senior day today, and then also his last day here. So there is some sentimental value to that, certainly. And so just glad it turned out the way it did. I'm just really proud of him. He's been just really, I think, admirable in the way he's handled a very tough situation. And I'm not quite sure I know how he's done it, but I really am proud of him as a dad. And can't say enough about that. But I do try to keep things separate. And I'm really proud of him as a head coach too. And again, I think we've got a great staff here of guys that just care about the right things. And you think about Phil Parker's been here 25 years now, right? That's in this environment of coaching. Good luck finding. He's had 2 jobs now in his career. So, there aren't many guys smart enough to know they have a good thing, and Phil has, and what a job he's done. But that we got really good guys on our staff. So, just really proud of all of them.
Chad Leistiko, Des Moines Register. I guess along the same lines, we don't get to talk to Brian today, but if he were here, you as his father, like what would he say about what this means to him? Do you think?
Anytime you can be a champion, if you can say champion, that's a good thing. And there's more goals out there to be had. Nothing will be easy, but I think we're all thinking the same thing here. Just it goes back to the players. Like, that's why we do this, and just so happy for these guys, what they've endured, what they've gone through, and they know what's going on too. So I mean, they're on board, and again, they've never flinched, including today. And it would have been easy today, but everybody stayed the course. Same thing last week. We just kept pressing, and some good things have happened. So it's all you can ask for in life is like, hey, just straight ahead and see what comes out of it. And if we come up short today, we'd go back to work on tomorrow and see what we can do about the next one. And we'll still do that. But I did encourage guys to maybe break the 24-hour rule this time. We'll make an exception, small exception. May not play our starters next week like the NFL, right? Just we're going, right? So what the hell? Keep the starters home. Let them rest.
Last question, Tom.
Tom Kakert, Hawkeye.